undying at sundown. At sundown. And every little bird is resting, feather nesting at sundown. At sundown. Each little rosebud is sleeping while shadows are creeping. And in a little cottage cozy, the world seems rosy at sundown. At sundown. Where a loving smile will greet me, always meet me at sundown. At sundown. I seem to cry, I'm in heaven when night is calling and love is following me home. Sundown, at sundown. Each little rosebud is sleeping while shadows are creeping. And in a little cottage cozy, the world seems rosy at sundown. At sundown. Where a loving smile will greet me, always meet me at sundown. At sundown. I seem to cry, I'm in heaven when night is calling and love is following. When night is calling and love is following. When night is calling and love is following me home.
Castaway with you on a coconut island. There wouldn't be so very much to do. I would linger a while and just gaze into your lovely eyes of blue. Then I'd walk for a mile and come running back to be with you. And the waves would make a pair of willing slaves of me and you forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by. On a coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, we can make our dreams come true. a coconut island, there wouldn't be so very much to do. I would linger a while and just gaze into your lovely eyes of blue. Then I'd walk for a mile and come running back to be with you. And the waves would make a pair of willing slaves of me and you forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze after the ships go sailing by. On a coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, we can make our dreams come true. On a coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, we can make our dreams come true.
Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I taught the clouds to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears are cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. So I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it tore me up every time I heard her drawl that southern drawl. Then I heard my dream was back downstream to Wharton and Davenport. And I followed you, big river, when you called. She's gone, Lord, she's gone. I caught her trailing Cairo, but she just swapped up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows, then wandered down along. She loves you, big river, more than me. For that woman are gonna flood you, big river. So I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here until I die. It's every night I hear her croon in Russian.
lullaby.
Just a plaintive little tune when my baby starts to cry. Hush-a-bye, my baby, we'll meet again someday, maybe in a land that's free. For you and me and that Russian lullaby. Hear the tune of a Russian
Lullaby.
just a swinging, pretty little tune when my baby starts to cry. Hush-a-bye, my baby, we'll meet again someday, maybe in a land that's free. For you and me and that Russian lullaby, in a land that's free. For you and me and that Russian lullaby, in a land that's free. For you and me and that Russian lullaby.
You and my lame hand. Well, folks, I gotta tell you something. I normally start playing, just going, but tonight I really don't know what to do. I'm not gonna use my right hand. I was just gonna take another night off because I'm a very excitable guy, and if I start using two hands pretty soon, yeah. So I really want to take it easy on this arm. 10 years ago, I had massive surgery on it. Like it was well, I went in for an MRI and it was like the doctor said, well, it looked like there was one torn, possibly severed tendon. Started the surgery arthroscopically, then realized that there were three severed tendons, meaning there are four tendons that attach the rotator cuff from the shoulder to the arm, and three of them were completely severed, so my arm was hanging on by a thread. And there was a lot of surgery, the bicep reattachment, 3 rotator cuff reattachments, and something clavicular. And it was great for 10 years. Then about a month ago, it started bugging me again. And I said I'd better check this out. So I did. Let me just see something here. Hang on. So I did, and good. And it, you know, the movement of the medical system now, I had to go get an x-ray. And then they said, okay, it looks like you might have a torn rotator cuff and also some post-operative complications. And we need an MRI. So I did an MRI last night. And next week I see, for the first time, the orthopedist. Hopefully it won't be the bad news it was 10 years ago. But if it is, I mean, there's much that I'll have to do. A lot of begging because, I mean, I've got all the insurance I could have. Last time it covered it all, but it was a very expensive surgery, and I don't know if it'll cover it all this time. So we'll play this all by ear. Hopefully, maybe just some, what do you call it? Physical therapy. Already I'm doing the pendulum. But anyway, please, folks, I appreciate all your concern when it comes to this. And also, more than ever, I beg you to please, if you appreciate what I've been doing for the last 3 years, please, I really am in a bad way. God bless Katie. Here, let me get this thing lit. You know, since she passed, the sadness and the loneliness are certainly overwhelming, but also she was, you know, my teammate, and she split the bills with me and everything. I've been cutting some of the bills and calling up credit cards with inflation and interest rates are hurting everybody, but me, I'm like pretty much swamped and overwhelmed with the costs. So again, if you could please donate, if you feel uncomfortable about using the electronic money moving services, I understand that. You could always text me at the number for Zelle. Just text that number and say, you know, what address can I send a check? I would love that. So anyway, but I really do have to beg most. Was it? Living in the land of, this is Bobby Smith. Living in the land of plenty. Took it all. I ain't got any. Got to beg, borrow, and steal. How I dread the setting sun. My money's on. I'm on the run. I got to beg, borrow, and steal. Great song. Oh, here we go. Here's something I could do. When I had this surgery done 10 years ago, the first song I played, just using my left hand, because I could use my hand, was this one right here by Cole Porter. the still of the night, while I gaze out my window at the moon in its flight, my thoughts will stray to you in the still of the night, while the world's all in slumber. All my thoughts without number, darling, what I'll say to you. Do you love me as I love you? Are you my life to be, my dream come true? Or will this love of mine fade out of sight, like the moon growing dim on the rim of a hill, in the still, in the chill of the night. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you love me like I love you? Are you my life to be, my dream come true? Or will this love of mine fade out of sight, like the moon growing dim on the rim of a hill, in the chill, in the still of the night? Hey, 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 hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway, isn't that pretty? That's a little something by Cole Porter. It's not going to get much faster than that tonight, folks. But let me see. Here's the thing is that, so anyway, I was going to take this night off, and then I spoke to my good friend, Gary Gleason, who I hadn't heard from in a while, and lovely conversation, very encouraging, because I do need some encouragement these days. I tell you, it gets pretty overwhelming sometimes between just the loss and loneliness and also just the sheer overwhelming, situation financially. So it can get sometimes scary. And Gary, anyway, called and was very, very reassuring, was very loving, very caring. And when I said that I was going to take this night off, he said, "Oh, no, you should get on anyway." I said, "Well, what am I going to do? I can't really play." He said, "Well, just talk." I said, "You really?" Enough people dread me calling them because it's like I think they see that I'm calling and they go, Oh, geez, I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared for this right now. Let me prepare myself. Maybe I'll call him back. Because I used to have someone who I talked to all the time, and she's gone. And because she's gone, I don't talk. So when people call and I love them, they love me, I start talking, talking and talking and talking. And I realize I'm doing it. So now I give them like a pause. I say, okay, do you want to get off the phone? Because if you don't, I'll keep talking. And last week, when I took this night off, I felt I missed people. So I decided I'd call like Bob Adamson, Lisa Richmond, and Eric Weiner, George Long. Well, a lot of people I thought I was going to call. Jeff Cat, just a lot of people. But the first call I made was George Long, and we ended up talking for like an hour and a half. And by the time I got off, it was like 9:30 Eastern time, and I said, "Well, I really probably shouldn't call anybody else." But when Gary said this, I thought about that, and I said, "Well, I can talk for a little while, see if people like it, and that's about it." So anyway, let me see. We got Pat. Oh, hey, Pat. Now, Pat, I got to tell you, Pat Bear, the good story about her. I really had only met her a few times, liked her a lot, really great, fun person. And anyway, she had like a cousin or something in Virginia. And I was playing in Las Vegas, in Virginia with Skip Castro. And she, as a Las Vegan, came to see us play at the Mainline Brewery in Richmond. And it was really cool. It was really great seeing her. She's a treat. She's a hoot. So, well, Pat, hiya. I can go this high with my hand. Hiya. I could go like that, but then it's getting tricky. It's like, I just don't want to do anything. I think it's really good to leave it alone. So anyway, okay, we have Gary Gleason. Love you, Danny. I love you too, Gary. Yeah, Gary, here I am, okay? Here I am. What do you want from me? Okay. Let's see, Sandy. Hey, Sandy. You have something medical going on, I think, too. Like something like what I'm doing, but it's with your knees, I think. Maybe your hip. Anyway, I should give you a text. But let me see what you're saying. No, you feel, I really miss talking too much. Yeah. Hope your shoulder feels better soon. Yeah, it's, you, Sandy, and Chucky, and Char, Terry, all you guys regularly talk to Katie, but you and I really talk to her every day. And it was always a delight to hear you guys talking. Not that I... It's just a thing. Like when you hear two sisters talking to each other, it's a spiritual thing almost. It's like they make this connection that's really cool and only happens with love. And they would go, and I'd be listening to them talk, and I go, what the fuck are they talking about? But they knew what they were talking about. They were loving it. And so, yeah, and of course, Katie and I had many conversations like that in our own sphere. And she was a one and only kind of person to talk with. Anyway, good to see you. Boy, I got some stories to tell of her, but I don't know if they're appropriate. But she was just someone you really missed. Okay, so let's see here. Hey, I found this. It's a clove vape. It's not nicotine, and it's not, well, I don't know what it is. There's cannabis in it. I don't know. It's clove. But there's something in it that makes it feel really funny. In a good way. So, hey, let's see. I think I missed a couple comments here. Hang on. Pat Bear, hi, Dave. Jeff Catlett, the one-armed bandit. You are. Jeff, how are you? How are you? The Catlett family checks in. Great to see you. Let's see. What's another song I used to play? Left-handed. Can you guess what it is? Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken wings and learn to see. Sunken eyes. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly. Blackbird into the line of the dark black night. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the line of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Oh, yeah. A pretty song there. Beautiful song. Beautiful idea. Okay. Let's see. George Long. Black. Yeah, that's such a great song, man. Kind of got a little choked up there, a little choked up. I tell you, I got a little teary-eyed, I tell you. But then again, I cry at AT&T commercials, you know. It's like this happens, and the grief is obviously enormous. And it's like, I go, hey, I'm still here, you know. I start laughing still at things, but it's just, yeah. I forget where I was going. Funny thing about that, let's see. Yeah, what was I saying? I wasn't listening. Okay. Hey, you know, it's, I don't want, oh gosh, here, folks, you know, I was kind of wondering what I was going to do when I got out here, and I forgot my water. Would you excuse me 1 second? I just want to get a libation, and I would encourage you all to also get a libation, but I just got to grab my water. I'll be right back. I got it all ready for me. I just left it in the other room. Meanwhile, you all talk amongst yourselves. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie Oh, I know where it is. I can find my water. So, but I found something else, so I'm good. Okay, so let's see here. Hey Steve, I just saw that doesn't show me on here everybody who's on, but I just saw Steve Pentecost on. Hey Steve, how you doing, man? Yeah, doing a left hand thing here. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Yeah, some Beatles songs are pretty easy to do with left hand, like, because they're just so simple, you know. Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, breathe a brand new day. Hey, the sun is up, the sky is blue. It's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, see the sunny skies. The clouds will be a daisy chain. So let me see you smile again, dear Prudence. Won't you open up your eyes? Look around, round, 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 round. Look around, round, 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 round. Okay, this is pretty bad here. Look around. Okay, I don't think that works too well. I don't think that's entertainment. That's a bunch of noise. A child could do that. Hey, has anybody ever heard the recording of Buddy Rich yelling at his band on his tour bus? Man, that guy had some issues. But he's like, he was talking like I was just talking. You players are like children. You, bass player, child. You, drummer. Or he was the drummer. You, horn player. Play the notes. Play the notes on time, God damn it. What's the matter with you? If you don't think I'll kick you off the bus in 5 minutes, I will. Try me. I mean, he was just drunk and ready to fight. And it was like, whoa. So, you know, I got pretty drunk back in my skip days, but I never really wanted to physically fight her. I don't think I ever did that. But anyway, be that as it may, let's see. So Jeff Gatlett. Unosonic, the Unosonic. The Unisonics. The Unisonic. I'm a Unisonic. There you go. Yeah, the Unisonic, not Unisonic. That's actually not bad. The Unisonics. Now, I'm a Unisonic. Scott's a Unisonic. Together we make the DuSonics. Hey, what do you get when you get 5 ants and then another 5 ants to rent an apartment? 10 ants. Get it? Okay. We're not going to do that anymore either, folks. I promise. Promise. No jokes. Me with my stupid jokes. I can imagine how many people just roll their eyes when I start to tell a stupid joke. So there. Not tonight. Not tonight. Yeah, Unisonic, exactly. Well, the unicorns, now that brings together a whole different kind of concept. It's like, LSD kind of thing, like we could definitely, have a band called the Unicorns, but that would be weird. Maybe just the Unicorn, or how about Unicorn? Or maybe Unicorn with a K. Never mind. So, let's see. It is something to me that there are some songs that just hit me that I've heard a million times before, but then I hear them in a new context, like the mental and emotional framework I've been in. And so many songs are written about, breaking up or something like that. But every now and then you find a song where they don't talk about breaking up. They just talk about someone who's gone. And I couldn't believe it. Now, folks, you know how obsessed I am, in a very good way, with these guys. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons said, well, this was when they were just the Four Seasons. And I heard this song, couldn't believe it. Well, of course, this is Big Man's World, their version. I do my own version of this on Guilty Pleasures, but that's not what I want to play you. Check this out. Great song. It's called Only Yesterday.
Only yesterday, only yesterday, seems like only yesterday she held me. Seems like only yesterday we kissed.
These guys.
Gone from me,
Yes, she's gone.
gone from me, yet I still can feel her warm embrace. Only yesterday,
Love that. That's the shit.
seems like only yesterday she loved me. Oh, she'll never know how much she missed.
But she's gone.
Gone from me,
Yes, she's gone.
gone from me, but I still can see her pretty face. I hear her laughter, and it makes me cry.
I can't forget her.
Even though I try, I'd give anything to have her near. But I'd better put my dreams away.
For she's gone. Still I cry.
Many tears, 'cause it seems like only yesterday, only yesterday, only
Horns.
gone from me,
Yes, she's gone.
gone from me, but I still can see her pretty. Only yesterday, only yesterday, only yesterday,
That's a great song. Isn't that a great song? Man, I heard it. I went, holy shit. That nails it, And it's so upbeat, but all the words are just perfect. It's like, yeah, she's been gone, even though she's gone a long time. She hasn't been gone years. She's been gone 5 months, 2 weeks. It'll be 6 months, April 18th, I believe. So, yeah, so 4.5 months. About 5 months. Anyway, but that they did many years till I cried many tears. Yeah, I was thinking, what's the appropriate time? Not that there is one, but to mourn. And I realized that, I just miss her so much. And it's a good thing because it's love. And there you go. Now, I promise I will not, well, maybe I'll just play one more Four Seasons. So just one, because they do such amazing things. I could do the original Big Man's World. That's a great song. Yeah, let's do that. Nah, let me talk a little. I don't know. It's hard to decide. You guys tell me. Should I play one more Four Seasons song or not? Don't roll as much eyes at me. No. I can sing it a cappella. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. I know you be out 3. It's plain that you're lying when you say that you've been crying. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. You know I used to spend my money just to make you look real sweet. I wanted to be proud of you as we walk down the street. Don't ask me to dress you up in satin or in silk. Your eyes look like tomatoes in a glass of buttermilk. Don't roll as much eyes at me. I know. See, no, because I'm gonna start wailing. I gotta take it easy. Gotta be good. Be good. So, but hey, I understand. You don't want to hear any more Four Seasons, so that's good. Okay, let me take this off, and there you go. Okay, let's see. This is fun. I like checking in with all y'all, seeing y'all. Hey, I know what I can do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, yeah, I could. I'm kind of set up for that, but I have to switch CDs. But yeah, I could be a DJ. I often watched DJs and said, I could do that. I bet they've watched me and they didn't say that. But anyway, I didn't mean to put down DJs. I think it's fantastic that they're doing what they're doing. I think it's great. Anybody can make a living. Maybe I should go into DJing now, as a matter of fact. How sad is that? Let's get the arm going. I gotta play piano. I gotta sing. I gotta entertain people. It's what I was born to do. To the people. I gotta play for the people. Gotta do it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, it is something to have been loved at all. And I always say that. I say, God, you're lucky because you had 18 years with a fantastic person and you really loved her. She really loved you. Someone to care, someone to share the lonely hours and moments of despair. To be loved, whoa, whoa, what a feeling to be loved. Ooh. Someone to kiss, someone to miss when you're away, to hear from each day, to be loved, whoa, whoa, what a feeling to be loved. Ooh. Some wish to be a king or a queen. Some wish for fortune and a fame. But to be truly loved is the most of all of these things. Whoa, 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 whoa. Someone to kiss, someone to miss, when you're away, to hear from each day, to be loved, to be loved. Whoa, what a feeling to be loved. Whoa, what a feeling to be loved, to be loved. Whoa, what a feeling to be loved. Oh yeah, that was Jackie Wilson, and I picked it up actually from the Persuasions, who did it just like I did it. Basically, I did a cappella version with the lead singer. Oh, bad boy. Donald McCall would know if he's listening. The lead singer's name of the Persuasions. He was great. Donald took me and Lynn Dukes to see the Persuasions at where was it? Was it the Child Harold? It was across the street from the Bayou. What was the name of that place? Anyway, yeah, they were great. So, anyway, any new comments? Yeah, feel the burn. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. Let's see here, folks. Some folk was meant to live in clover, but they are such a chosen few. And clover being green is something I'd never seen, 'cause I was born to be blue. When there's a yellow moon above me, I heard there's moonbeams I should view, but moonbeams being gold, so that I can't behold, 'cause I was born to be blue. When I first met you, my whole life was sunny. When you left, the curtain fell. I'd like to laugh, but nothing strikes me so funny. Now my world's a fading pastel. I guess I'm luckier than some folk. I've known the thrill of loving you, and loving you is more than I was created for, 'cause I was born to be blue. Loving you is more than I was created for. Yeah, I was born to sing the blues. See, that I can play because I'm not getting all excited. I'm a very excitable boy. So, sunshine, blue skies, please go away. The girl has found another and gone away. With her in my future, my life is filled with gloom. So day after day, I stay locked up in my room. I know to you, it might sound strange, but I wish it would rain. Let it rain. Everybody says that I ought to go outside, but everybody knows that a man ain't supposed to cry. Well, I've gotta cry, 'cause crying eases the pain. With this hurt behind my tears, I refuse to explain how I wish it would rain. Let it rain. My tears ain't full. That belief will be paid. My eyes search the sky. Disbelief for rain. Cold raindrops can hide my teardrops. Then no one will ever know that I'm crying, crying when I go outside. With this hurt behind my tears, I refuse to explain how I wish it would rain. Let it rain. I went a little flat there. You know, it's a big no-no. Frank Sinatra is the only singer I know who could sing flat and make it sound good. Okay. Oh, Bob. Did Bob say something new? The cellar door. Thank you. Not the child herald. The cellar door. Thank you. Bob, I can count on you, Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, the next person I was going to call after George Long was Bob Adamson. But he was already in bed. He told me he's been going to bed at 9 o'clock these days, so, which it's coming up on now. So, and by the way, folks, I'm not going to do this too much longer because it's just, I don't know. I mean, you tell me. Hey, I'm reading you loud and clear. You say, oh, keep going, Dan. Talk to us. But, I mean, after a certain period of time, everybody knows that I'm just a Joe that likes to hang around. Talking about my problems, bringing other people down. Well, it may be so, but not long ago, I was sitting on the top of the world. Sure, it's funny how things can turn themselves around on you. When I'm in need of a little bit of consolation, I call on my Uncle John. Took a trip down to West Virginia, found him dead and gone. And there's some sort of silly little consolation, they gave me my ticket back. What you gonna do with folks like that? You can talk about bands of angels, and you think you'd come with your soul in your hands just to set my children free. But you talk about a little bit of understanding things that happen day to day. Some of you folks sure enough have been good to me. Come on, talking about bands of angels. Think you come with your soul in your hand just to set my children free. But you talk about a little bit of understanding things that happen day to day. Someone has been good to me. Nobody but you, 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 hey, nobody but you, nobody but you, nobody but you, nobody, say nobody, 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 whoa, whoa, nobody but you. Oh, yeah. That was James Taylor. Hey, James Taylor wrote a great blues song. I know, is that weird? A tree goes in my back door. Only goes at night. Rats are all twisted. These are afraid of life. They say blues is just a bad dream. They say they live inside your head. Oh, wait, hang on a second here, folks. Hey, Gary.
Is it the call-in hour?
Well, I loathe to open up the phones because, you know, then I won't have time to do anything else. But hey, chat, just tell me what you want to do on the chats, because if
okay. We just want to hear your the concert you gave that you wish had been filmed but wasn't. Your favorite one. Let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, okay. My favorite concert. Oh, okay. My favorite concert. I'm assuming you mean that I played. Well, of course, the one that comes to mind, I think, probably would be the time we opened up for Chuck Berry, when we were going to be his band, and we ended up being his band, but he kicked, like, it was a very strange thing. It was like this show. It was like an oldies show at Towson Civic Center. And Skip Castro was third. The first two bands were like oldies bands. Though, I think the second act was like a doo-wop band. I love doo-wop music, as you probably know. But anyway, Chuck Berry, meanwhile, was haggling with the promoters of the show in the office because he wanted some cash. And they were bound by law to pay him only in check, and half of it would be paid to him in a check, cashier's check. The other one went into an escrow account because he owed, I think, like $257,000 in back taxes, something like that. So he ends up like storming out of the office, marching on stage, and immediately kicking off the piano player. Then starts yelling at the bass player. Well, while this is happening, I'm in the basement snorting crystal methadone. These were the wild days, folks. And I was coming up like with 3 cigarettes in my mouth and both my hands. And Charlie Pasterfield said to me, "Hey, Dan, you want to go play with Chuck?" And I thought we were going to play then him. He said, "Yeah, but he's on right now." I said, "Really?" "Sure." So I walk on stage and I sit with my back to Chuck. Chuck's over there. He's yelling at the bass player. And I got to remember not to do that. So Chuck's over there. He's yelling at the bass player. And he goes, I sit down and start playing some, riffs, like Johnny Johnson, his piano player on his records, stuff he did. And I don't see, but unbeknownst to me, Chuck does turns around when he hears me play and does a duck walk across the stage. And I'm playing and looking at the audience go like, "Rah!" And Chuck Berry is like right behind me going, yeah, and I look at the audience and I'm going, what am I playing so great that I see Chuck Berry next to me? And I saw what they were doing, and he walked over to the microphone after he let me take a solo, which I don't think he really ever lets anybody take solos except him. But he let me take a piano solo. At the end of it, he went up to the microphone and said, "He ain't white. He ain't white," which is what I think was a compliment coming from him. So anyway, that I kind of wish was filmed. What else? I wish a lot of things I wish that maybe weren't filmed of the actual music, but what the reactions were, because Muddy Waters, we opened up for Muddy Waters at the Mine Shaft in 1978, our first year together. And Muddy was backstage with his band, well, if you could call it that, with Mine Shaft had a little room. And he said to the guys in the band, because he wasn't walking out into the audience at all, he was just listening to the music, he said, "Boy, it's been a long time since we've had a black band open up for us." And they said, "They're not black, they're a white band. They're a bunch of college goonballs." They didn't say that, but they did say we were white. I would have liked to have filmed that, because I just heard about it. The guys in the band, Bob Margolin, as a matter of fact, said that. He said, yeah. So anyway, actually, I forget whether Bob Margolin told me that. It could have been the drummer, who was a black as night drummer. I forget his name. He was awesome. He was a player. I mean, not a player in that way. He was a guy who I can't think of his name. He wasn't that famous or anything, but you'd recognize it. Yes, there were some very good times in DC in the 80s. I was just talking about the Crystal Method when I played with Chuck. There was a lot of shows at the Bayou I would have liked to have seen. We had a lot of fun at the Bayou. Desperados too. And then in Richmond there was Max's Kansas City, or Max's, Hard Times, of course, The Pass, the Elbow Room, and the other place in Harrisonburg. Back in the 80s, we did a lot of up and down the East Coast. I can remember some of the names of the clubs, but some of them I forget. 117 South Main in Blacksburg. Boy, that place, that was another fire trap, or a tragedy just waiting to happen. Like these, when we played, it was packed, and the balcony, you could see it. Like it just would have fallen on us. The band was underneath one of the balconies. So anyway, it was just quite a thing. Well, let's see here, folks. Thank you for that call, Gary. I guess you're ready for another call. Yeah, you see, I thought about calls, and I talked to somebody about it, and they said, well, why don't you just stick to the chats? Because if people start calling, then one person will call, it'll be busy. I have another call. And this way, it's a little more like this. But great stories. Thank you. I got a million of them. Hey, I'm having a good time, folks. I really am. I should remind you once again that I'm going to the orthopedist this coming Wednesday, and hopefully he's going to give me the okay to do what I'm doing and say, yeah, you can play. It's not going to make any difference now. You're going to not be able to use your arm at all after we get through with you. No, but we'll see. I obviously am going to try and steer us in a direction which doesn't involve surgery, but if it's a severed tendon, it's going to require surgery. So we'll just have to see. But also, I am extremely scared about money coming, so please help me out if you can. If there's ever a time when you've thought, someday I gotta give him something, now's the time, because I'm really strapped and I'm kind of not really sure what I'm gonna do next. I might have to give up playing music and sell the pianos and go into ditch digging or something. Actually, I can't ditch dig them. I really can't do much with a lame arm. But anyway, just if you can, please, folks, help out. I really, really appreciate it. As I said earlier, for those of you who have, I've heard this before, you said you'd love to give, but you don't want to give on Venmo or Zelle or PayPal. I get that. You can text the number up there. That Zelle phone number is my number. You can text that number and say, where can I send a check or something like that? It's iDaddy, and I'd be happy to give you that information. But please, this time around, it's a little more heartfelt than it has been in the past. It's just the way it is right now. Talk about the boom and bust. What about the rest of us? You gotta beg, borrow, and steal. I even got the fears to make it, hanging on for the children's sake. You gotta beg, borrow, and steal. Could use some rest, could eat an ice cold beer. People's eyes are full of fear. Living in the land of plenty. Look at me, I ain't got any. Got to beg, borrow, and steal. Bobby Smith. Yes. Okay. When they begin, the begin. It brings back a sound of music so tender. It brings back a night of tropical splendor. It brings back a memory evergreen. I'm with you once more under the stars. Alright, I'm starting to use right hand, can't do that. There's another song I wanted to do like that. This is like that, but this because that's a Lisa and Bob, and this is what I can do with my left hand. I've been worked by the rain, driven by the snow. I'm drunk and dirty. Don't you know I'm still willing. Out on the road, late at night, I see my pretty Alice in every red light. Alice. Dallas Alice. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchettville, torn apart, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Took all the back roads so I wouldn't get away. And if you give me weed, whites, and wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. I've been worked by the rain, driven by the sleet, had my head snowed in, but I'm still on my feet, and I'm still in a whole lot of trouble. Smuggled some smokes from folks in Mexico. They bat the sun every time I go to Mexico, and I'm still out there from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchettville, torn apart, in every kind of rig that's ever been made. Took all the back roads so I wouldn't get away. And if you give me weed, wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. And if you give them to someone to conquer it, to hatch a Peter torn apart, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made, to call it backwards so I wouldn't get away. And if you give me weed, white sand wine, and you show me your sign, I'll be willing to be moving. Excuse me, folks. Excuse me. Willing. Let me see here. Good luck, I'm sure many folks like me have lots of names for you, but I'm hoping Lefty is going to be one of them. Yeah, thank you, Jeff. You just remind me of something. Please, folks, every single rotator cuff surgery is different. So I know already I'm hearing, oh, yeah, because I do this, do that, do this. I'm like, thank you. But really, I'm just going to listen to what the doctor says because it's my arm. It's very important I do it right, whatever it is he asked me to do. So anyway, folks, this has been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. You can tell I don't want to go, but I just can't really think of too much else to say, or do or play right now. Here we go. Hang on a second. Oh, wow. Okay, man, keep doing the sob show with the chats. Here we go. Hang on a second. I gotta tell you this. I shouldn't tell you how much this person sent because it's their business and my business. But he sent me some money and he said, Gary just sent me this money. He said, love you, man. Keep doing the solo show. I thought he was saying the sob show. Like, because sometimes I feel like that, folks. I'm not that up these days, and I'm a pretty upbeat guy, but, every now and then, just circumstances really get you down. But I just got cheered up a little bit. So thank you so much, guys. Again, for me to ever feel like I'm in despair is a sin, because I know in my head, I'm just feeling sorry for myself, because I know there's a lot of love out there for me, a lot of support, a lot of care. And a lot of people in my situation or in worse situations aren't blessed with the fantastic friends and associates I have. And I am very grateful for them. Don't ever think that I take that for granted, or for that matter, that I'm getting so down that I'm like desperate or getting psycho. I'm not. It's been a bad phase, 4 or 5 months now. So really, before Katie died already, the finances were bad, but it's been really bad since she passed. But be that as it may, thank you. It's lovely to hear from you. And he said, love you, man. Keep doing the solo show with the chats. Loved your answer to my live thing. Yeah. And again, if I have to do this in the future, I have to tell you, before I even say another word, how flattered I am that so many of you told me that you just really missed me. And that right there was what I wanted to hear, because I am here alone in a city that's really not my hometown, although people like Pat Bear make me feel like it, and Scott and other people, George Lair, the list goes on of people who are lovely to me here. But I'm getting at, my home and family were, up until 5 years ago, here. In Virginia. So yes, I spent a lot of time alone, and I'm okay with that. I'm not one of those people who has to have someone with them. But I'm realizing that I kind of early on in my life, I thought, I usually should have a mate. And I'm realizing now there's no harm in processing this alone. But eventually, I could use some help. Anyway, I wish I had a tune to end with here. Oh yeah, I do. Now it's time to say goodnight. Good night. Sleep tight. Now the sun turns out his light. Good night. Sleep tight. Dream sweet dreams for me. Dream sweet dreams for you. Close your eyes and I'll close mine. Good night. Sleep tight. Now the moon begins to shine. Good night. Sleep tight. Dream sweet dreams for me. Dream sweet dreams for you. Close your eyes and I'll close mine. Good night. Sleep tight. Now the sun begins to turn out his light. Good night. Sleep tight. Dream sweet dreams for me. Dream sweet dreams for you. Good night, everybody. Everybody. Everywhere. Okay, folks, you've all been great. Thank you so much for gracing me with your time, and also thank you for the donations. I also my brother Brian gave to. Thank you all so much. Once again, folks, thank you for the last 3 years. There'll be many more, hopefully, but these last 3 years since April of 2020, and now here we are, and it's been really a lot of fun. And let's keep going. I started off this thing doing it 3 nights a week, and my voice couldn't take it. Listen to me. I'm barely able to talk now. But it's a lot better than it was. There was a period of time where I couldn't even go, there was a lot. I couldn't even do that. I was like, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thank you. Just thank you. And I'll see you hopefully next week. Okay. Good night, everybody. Everybody, everywhere. Good night. Did I take a CD off? I did. Here. Hang on a second. I got something to go out with. You might recognize this song from Guilty Pleasures. My version is fairly different from this version, but I hope you enjoy. And I'll see you all next week.
she looks into my eyes, I begin to melt down to her size. Let her give it in to me. She's the winner, it's a sin to see. Big man's world. Big man's world. Big man's world in the hands of a little girl. Hold me. Oh, I need you. Hold me. Oh, I love you. Can't you see I'm afraid to be lost? Big man's world. Big man's world. Big man's world in the hands of a little Hold me. Oh, I need you. Hold me. And I love you. Can't you see I'm afraid to be lost? Big man's world. Big man's world. Big man's world. Big man's world.
I'm not gonna suggest that you listen to a whole Four Seasons album. I know what you guys think. But I am gonna play another couple of songs here. These guys are just so tough.
The mountains high and the valley so deep. Can't get across to the other side. Don't you give up, baby. Don't you cry. Don't you give up till I reach the other side. I was lonely, baby. I couldn't sleep. The night they took you from my I was a lonely soul until you became my love. And then I saw the spark of love. And then you started something
Up above.
Well, I know someday we will meet again. But I don't know exactly where or when. But baby, if they had their way, we'll meet again some other day. The mountains high and the valley so deep. Can't get across to the other side. Don't you give up, baby. Don't you cry. Don't you give up till I reach the other side.
Just amazing. Just amazing. Okay, I want to play this one just because you're just not going to believe they do it. And also, they don't have Frankie singing lead. It's Nick Massey.
Well, hear that whistle, it's 10 o'clock.
Don't let go,
Come on, baby, it's time to rock. Don't let go, don't let go. Well, I'm so happy I've got you here. Don't let go, don't let go. Keeps me grinning from ear to ear.
Can you believe it?
Don't let go, don't let go. This feeling's killing me. Well, I wouldn't stop for $1,000,000. I love you so. You gotta hold me tight, don't let go. Hound dogs barking upside the hill. Don't let go, don't let go. Love is dragging them through the mill. Don't let go, don't let go. If it wasn't for having you, don't let go, don't let go. I'd be barking in a hole or two. Don't let go, don't let go. This feeling's killing me. Well, I wouldn't stop for $1,000,000. I love you so. You gotta hold me tight, don't let go. Well, thunder, lightning, with the rain. Don't let go, don't let go. There's a love storming inside my brain. Don't let go, don't let go. Well, I'm so eager, I'm nearly dying. Don't let go, don't let go. You've been keeping your lips for mine. Don't let go, don't let go. This feeling's killing me. Yeah, I wouldn't stop for $1,000,000. I love you so. You gotta hold me tight, don't let go. One day, baby, you'll quit me, yeah. Don't let go, don't let go. Well, I'll be crying or soaking wet. Don't let go, don't let go. Hey, one thing, baby, I'll never stand. Don't let go, don't let go. Your lips kissing another man. Don't let go, don't let go. Ooh, this feeling's killing me. Well, I wouldn't stop for $1,000,000. I love you so. You gotta hold me tight. Don't let go. Ooh, don't let go. Yeah. Don't let go. Come on, come on. Don't let go. Well, it feels so good. Don't let go. Come on, come on. Don't let go. Yeah. Don't let go.
Trombones, I do too. On my version of Big Dance World on this album, on Guilty Pleasures, I had a trombone.
Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance?
Jesus, guys, slow. Okay, one more time. Only yesterday for Katie. Night, everybody.
Only yesterday, only yesterday, seems like only yesterday she held me. Seems like only yesterday we kissed.
But she's gone.
Gone from me,
Yes, she's gone.
gone from me, yet I still can feel her warm and only yesterday, only yesterday, seems like only yesterday she loved me. Oh, she'll never know how much she missed.
But she's gone.
Gone from me,
Yes, she's gone.
gone from me, but I still can see her pretty face. I hear her laughter, and it makes me cry.
I can't forget her.
Even though I try, I'd give anything to have her near me. But I'd better put my dreams away.
For she's gone.
Many years,
Still I cry.
many tears, 'cause it seems like only yesterday, only yesterday, only yesterday.
Gone.
Gone from me,
Yes, she's gone.
gone